Loading, loading, loading. Loading, loading, loading. Loading, loading, loading. Loading, loading, load. Meh. Let's see, need to put down a crystal fly trap. Then parametric transformer. You know, it makes me wonder why it's not all the elements.
What a place! The world is full of surprises.
So glitching on the sound, huh?
Rise with the sun! Take me up! Locked on! Bullseye! Locked on! Fulfill our path! Light it up! Let's fly! Open fire! Open fire! Open fire! Open fire! Bullseye! Cut! Take me up! Bullseye! Locked on! Bullseye!
Alright.
Show note! Rise with the sun!
Let's fly.
Locked on! Fulfill
Alright, let's go to Fontaine and go back to this one. Song of Days Past. A little bit more of those.
Show no mercy! Rise with the sun! Let's run! Bullseye! Open fire! Get to work! Burn it down! Content! Ha! Open fire! Show no mercy! Hold still! Take me up! Locked on! Open fire! Get to work! Burn it down! Content! Ha! Bullseye! Locked on! Fulfill our pact! Let's see! Bullseye!
This realm is... If you ever... This realm is truly...
Alright, let's get these. And we'll leave it at that.
If you ever...
Hmm.
Add Astra. Thank you for Add Astra.
Alright, let's see what we're dealing with. The keen blade that pierced him was forged from the gladiator's shackles. All that the nobility leaned upon became the root of their downfall. The problem before you is complex and unusual, as impregnable as a tower. But do not lose your way, for the answer is hidden within nonetheless. Just as a blade can be forged from chains, so are your surroundings, your secret strength. Yeah, clear end I definitely did not increase all that well. Probably not my Toma. Alright.
Who's our next target?
Hey, Mr. Cash. Terrible. Okay, end the challenge. Like, trying to mess me up from the very beginning. How dare you, game? Trying to mess me up from the very beginning.
Don't fear. Yo-Yo's here.
Here's backup! Into the shadows. Hunt them down.
Don't get him, Uruguay. Don't be scared.
Check this out! Power that ended Python! Loaded. Evil Rivers. Shoot on sight! Fire it up! Ha! Supporting fire!
Hey, no!
Into the shadows. Hunt them down. Eyes on me!
Stay put.
Loaded.
Alright. Did I get away with that? I did. Cool. Hey, Mr. Cash. Okay, don't you mess up on me. Okay, good. See, I hate this one. No more alternate cast members will join the principal cast. Terrible.
Thanks for inviting me here. If there's nothing too urgent that needs your attention, why not take a seat and relax for a bit? I'll make— Oh, don't mention it. It's nothing, really. I'd hate to see anyone who needs my care tiring themselves out too much.
I rarely encounter opportunities to rest mid-journey. During battle, slowing down is even more out of the question. However, given that this is not a solo operation, I will go along with what you think is best. In any case, this is an acceptable place for a brief period of respite.
Hey, Chapeau.
How's it going?
Pretty good. You?
Not too bad. How about yourself?
There's some pretty tough cookies
Pretty good.
lurking around in here, huh? Still,
That's good to hear.
nothing to be scared of. If you're out on stormy seas and a giant wave is coming towards you, you only put yourself at risk of capsizing if you try to steer around it. But if you face it head on and take it on the bow, you can split that wave down the middle. I'm used to taking the helm when the storms come. So, when we head into battle, feel free to put me up front.
You look tired. Do you need to take a rest? If you're feeling peckish, I've brought some fried radish balls. I made them before we came here. Try to take life at a slower pace. It's good for your health.
What is this, way up? Yeah, it's a cold way up. Emerites and whatever the sand electrical things are. So probably this. Probably try to get rid of the trial characters, and then I'll throw Yomi in there to try to finish them off fast.
You are not welcome here.
Check this out! Here's backup!
Oz, reveal thyself. Time for a lecture. Go bishop down.
Ready. Time to testify.
By royal decree.
As you wish, main Fräulein.
Don't get too close! Supporting fire!
Where evil lurks, shoot on sight. Into the shadows.
Oz, reveal thyself. A festive reprise.
I almost didn't get the power on that one. Because he was invisible. What a jerk. Companion random.
What is the situation?
Companion random.
Want me to come along?
Whatever would you do without me?
I got a pyro one.
Send one, send them all.
Mystery cache. Please don't mess me over this time. When you select a companion event, one more character be added to the line. Selected lineup. Companion events cost 10 fewer flowers, but brilliant blessings cost 10 more. Probably this one. Hey, another mystery. We'll probably go to that one, sure, whatever. Flame and Animo. Sounds good. I'll give a little bit of boost on that combo. Already talked to her, then talk to her.
Travel traveler from another world. You have the princess's permission to enjoy a brief moment of peace. But be ready. For once I have peered into this dark dominion and beheld the treachery within. I shall rain down thundering retribution upon this place. And when the curtain of doom falls, thou shalt give it thy full, undivided attention.
What does that even mean? I already talked to Toma.
Woo! You sure don't need to worry about me getting bored here. I'm spoiled for choice with all these books. I hardly know where to start. I want to memorize all the interesting parts so I can go back and tell them to my friends. Oh, right. That's another thing I meant to ask. Which of these books do you recommend? I want to know what kind of stories you're into.
Alright, let's do one more, and then switch over to something else. Ice, wind, sweet. Oh, okay, so... Wait a second. Oh, I have to fight the dancers, I see. Have to fight the dancers. Problem is, if I have to fight the dancers, what can I do about it? The problem is, Xiao and Hutao, you kind of need a healer on them at all times. And my healer only has one ability, use them. So let's go with those three. And we'll try to use it by now.
Illusion shattered!
Blazing delight! Dumpty Dumpty Go! Enhanced animal module 75.
Now you shall perish! Power of the Ender Python!
Stand clear!
Inazuma shines eternal! There is no escape!
Animal test 6308.
Eyes on me! Illusion shattered! Now you shall perish!
Animal hypostasis emulation. Absorption test. Animal. Blazing delight! Dumpty Dumpty Go!
Shine down! Torn to oblivion! Illusion shattered!
So that didn't work at all. Because they are ice, apparently. So if they're ice, I can't do that at all. And I only
Well, that's not
have...
good.
I mean... I'll try to do just Hutao by herself. Maybe that'll do it?
Boing, boing, boing. Stand clear. Animal test 6308. Enhanced animal. Max blast!
Time to go! To ashes!
absorption test. See? Go! Job's over! This isn't good! Stand clear! Absorption test!
I mean, it was almost there. Wasn't enough though.
Well, you still have a little bit more time left.
Well, definitely just do Kazuha. That'll definitely push her over the edge.
The wind knows me. Fallen leaves adorn my
Blazing delight! Boing, boing, boom!
Eyes on me!
Time to go!
one with wind and cloud.
Jumpy, jumpy, go! Higher, higher, hands on fire! Boing, boing!
Wind strike.
God damn it. Was that it? Oh my goodness. That was 0 seconds left to get that flower. Jeez. I actually did it though.
Cool.
That was so close. Whew. Still holding on to some of the best characters too. That's good for later fights.
There's some pretty tough cookies lurking around in here, huh? Still, nothing to be scared of. If you're out on stormy seas and a giant wave is coming towards you, you only put yourself at risk of capsizing if you try to steer around it. But if you face it head on and take it on the bow, you can split that wave down the middle. I'm used to taking the helm when the storms come. So, when we head into battle, feel free to put me up.
I don't believe anyone enjoys taking up arms and going to war, unless they're seeking to fulfill some other desire. Whenever the sound of clashing blades fades into the distance, I appreciate the silence that follows all the more. Too quiet for you? Then I'll play a tune on the leaf, so you can be surrounded with the sound of nature.
Kaya once told me that if I spend too much time playing in one day without resting, I'll be too tired to play the next day and I'll miss out on all the fun. So I decided when the sun gets up, I'll get up. And when the sun goes to bed, I'll go to bed. That way, I'll always be full of energy. You should do what Kaya says too, Mr. Honorary Knight. We're not in any hurry to get going, are we? Let's chill here for a bit. When the cat's away, the mice will play. And so they should, 'cause it's only a matter of time before the cat gets back and gobbles all the mice up. So like I said, no need to hurry. The mice will be there for us when we're ready.
Alright then. I got to like the 4th stage or something. 4 out of 10. The Imagine Theater is supposed to be post-game stuff of basically every single character, a few select characters for that month. They are boosted, and It's basically just saying boost every character, and also specifically the ones that we have for this month, so that you're ready for the theater. All of your characters are involved
Okay.
in some shape or form. The theater's very hard, and the whole
Yeah,
flower.
I can tell Go ahead.
What was that?
I was gonna say, you can tell if you need every character for sure. You have to buff every character.
Yeah, pretty much. So like, if you look in here and you see the up arrow, like on Joe, the up arrow means that he's buffed this month. So you should definitely try to like increase his abilities. Like if I keep going, we will see that Yoimiya has the same thing going on. And then Sucrose. And Baido. I almost got Baido. Like fully completed. The one thing about the theater is that once you start the theater performances, however you have built your characters is set in stone. You can't just like be building them outside of the matches. Like I can't build like I don't know, my Yoimiya right now to be a little bit better, and it'll actually take effect in the theater unless I end the performance, meaning the entire thing, and then restart in the theater for this month.
So their stats are set until they restart.
Yeah, as soon as you start it. As soon as you start it, it sets it in stone to say, hey, with your current characters at this certain amount, can they do it? Also, that little flower thing looks like a little purple flower with white. That's like an optional thing. It's like a bonus thing, if you can get it. You have to, like, it's most of the time it's defeating the enemy within a certain amount of time.
Ah, okay.
Like, you don't really have to, but it helps. And they're going to make it matter to where you can get the sanctifying elixir.
What does that do?
Sanctifying elixir. Let me go find it. So, let's first go take a look at an artifact. An artifact has a major thing. The major thing on this, the attribute, major attribute, is 717 on HP, okay? So this is an HP artifact. And then you'll see the 4 that are below, those are minor attributes. Every 4 levels that you roll into this artifact will randomly increase a certain attribute in the minor ones. The major one always gets increased on every level. A random minor one gets increased every 4 levels.
Huh.
So, now let's go back to the sanctifying elixir. You can create one every 30 days or something through here by taking level 5 artifacts of level 4 or higher and then putting them into extraction. That's to create a sanctifying elixir. But a sanctifying elixir is basically saying, hey, any artifact you want, what do you want for the main affixes? Yeah, main attributes and minor attributes. You can manually create something instead of just simply going through a domain and hoping you get it.
I see. So you can buff what you want to of it.
You can create an artifact that you need. Anyone.
Oh.
Now it won't make a difference in like leveling it up, and it has the random assignments to the minor attributes, but it'll give you the base artifact that you've been desiring, instead of just randomly trying to get one from a domain. In this one, if you look in the lower right, under the right above the define on the triangle, it says cost 4. That's 4 of sanctifying elixirs.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's 4 months.
Well, that's only for like creating a sanctifying elixir, but now they're saying the flowers and a theater will also give you one. And also there's you can get one I think in the battle pass, and the other one you can get in some event. So there's other ways to get other ones for sure. But you see how I have 23 of them so far.
I see that.
However, the problem that I'm going to run into is even if I use one of these, you only can create one artifact every 30 days. Of
Well,
like, oh, I can only create one ocean-hued clam every 30 days. So, sooner or later I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do, other than what for Mulani. Mulani I already have an idea, I just haven't gotten to it. That's what it is. A lot of these things in this game are complicated until you kind of get it, and then it's okay, but still complicated.
Yeah.
But there are certain things that are like pretty intricate in this game. So if we go to Sidgewin, this one is a goblet, and the major attribute's HP, and it rolled twice into defense, 1 into energy recharge, and 2 into crit damage. And what I mean by that is on each of those 4s, that's where it rolled into. And the downside of that is that it rolled twice into defense when I did not need that. Like it did not roll any time into crit rate, which would have been much better. That's kind of the downside. Like, if you really wanted to perfect the whole artifact thing. Just to explain. So, this is a flower. There's 5 artifacts to a character. Flower. Feather. What are these called? I know this is a goblet. Sands of Eon? It's kind of just a time thing. And this is a crown kind of thing. So it's called a circlet. This is circlet, goblet, Sands of Eon. A feather and a flower. A flower artifact is always the major attribute of HP. These are always HP, okay?
Oh, okay.
Flowers or feathers are always attack. You're always going to have a major attribute of attack on a feather. So, HP, attack. The other 3 are the ones that are more random. So these ones can actually be a whole bunch of different things. The other thing too is your talents. Talents go through 1 through 9. And once you get to 9, you're going to see that you need a crown. Crowns were actually limited to just the events, so they're very limited. However, they now appear in the store every 30 days right here in Star Glitter Exchange. So what I do is I hold on to 50 for the next 30 days, like after the month rolls over. So I only have 23 right now, and I will keep saving up until I have 50, and I hold on to it so I get the crown for the next month.
Okay.
That way you can max out the character's talents. Alright, let's end that.